Before we finish, there is one final idea we want to leave you with. Gateways, not gatekeepers. The Wealth Governance Project was built around a simple belief. Families should be able to begin understanding their own wealth without first having to pass through someone else's business model. You should be able to ask questions. You should be able to map what your family possesses. You should be able to understand where the vulnerabilities are, and you should be able to start a conversation about what needs to happen next. You should not need permission to begin. That is what we mean by a gateway. A gateway opens a door. A gatekeeper stands in front of one. This framework is free, and it will remain free. The workshops, the templates, the tools, they are designed to help families build their own understanding and their own capability. That does not mean every family will do everything alone. There are situations where specialist expertise is genuinely important. Legal advice, tax advice, financial advice, medical expertise, technical expertise. Professional support can be extremely valuable, but there is an important difference between needing specialist expertise and needing to pay someone before you're even allowed to understand the problem. A family should be able to understand its own situation well enough to ask better questions. It should be able to identify what it possesses. It should be able to see where it is vulnerable. It should be able to understand what it does not know. And then, if specialist help is needed, it should be able to decide what kind of help is actually required. That is capability, not dependency. And well, you probably know the pattern. A free framework teaser, a few impressive words like proprietary methodology, a landing page, a short assessment, a private community, a 12-week program, limited places, and then book a call to access the full framework. So you click the button, you book the call, you explain your situation, you discuss your family, you talk about your goals, and eventually, you discover that the framework you wanted to understand is available. Once you join the program, for the right investment. Perhaps the framework is technically free, but the useful version is inside the course. The templates are inside the membership. The methodology is inside the program. And the conversation about what you actually need comes after the sales call. Now, there is nothing wrong with building a business. There is nothing wrong with charging for professional services. There is nothing wrong with expertise having value. But there is a difference between selling expertise and placing basic understanding behind a paywall. That is the difference. Same words, different game. A gatekeeper says, sign up first. Book a call. Pay to access the useful part. A gateway says, here are the tools. Start when you're ready. Adapt them to your family. The Wealth Governance Project is designed to be a gateway, not another program that families have to buy their way into, not a free sample of something bigger, not a framework that becomes useful only after you pay for access. Use it, question it, adapt it, improve it. If something is missing, add to it. If something can be made simpler, simplify it. If another family could benefit from it, share it. The framework is designed to be used, not locked away, not made deliberately complicated, and not placed behind a button that says, book a call to access the full methodology. Because families can be complicated, the questions can be difficult, the reality can be complex, but that does not mean the tools need to be made unnecessarily complicated. The door is open. Walk through it. Start with a conversation. Start by understanding what your family already possesses. Map it. Understand how it connects. Preserve what matters. Identify what is vulnerable. Build protection, and decide what happens next. You do not need to wait until your family is wealthy enough. You do not need to wait until your family is complicated enough. And you do not need to wait until someone tells you that you are ready. Start where you are. Use what is available. Build your own capability. And when you genuinely need specialist support, choose it because you understand what you need. Not because someone convinced you that you are incapable of beginning without them. This framework is free. And it will remain free. The door is open, walk through it. Your family, your governance, your story, and the future you choose to build together. Welcome to the Wealth Governance Project.